Hey, so today I'm going to show you how I make galaxy print designs. Today I'll be making one on a t-shirt, and this is the t-shirt I will be using. It's just plain black and I bought it from Cotton On. And with this, it's just simple shirt. Don't use patterned shirts. They probably won't work that well unless you painted black first, which you could very well do if you wanted to. These are the things you will need: red paint, blue paint, white paint, 2 pegs, cardboard, and your t-shirt, of course. And also what you will need is a sponge and some paintbrushes, little ones preferably. Now this is what I've done with the cardboard. I've stuck it inside the shirt so that the 2 sides of the shirt don't touch, and otherwise the paint will transfer from one side to the other. Now this is the sponge I used. It's just a regular sponge from the shower. And this is the red paint. It is actually wall paint, which is good because it does not wash off the clothes. I don't use fabric paint because it is expensive, so I just figured that this paint is good. Also, the white and the blue are acrylic paint. So this is me just putting the red paint on the sponge, and this is the blue paint. It has almost run out, so you will notice halfway through I start using a different color blue. This isn't actually a very good blue either because it is too dark and the purple does not turn out like a very nice color. So this is me getting started. Make sure you have your shirt in the desired way that you would like so that the pattern goes where you want it to, centered, you know, all that jazz. And just dab it on. Have fun with it. This is me filming myself, so the quality isn't that great. I'm sorry about that, and it's only on my iPhone. And as you can see, this blue has almost run out and it is dried up a little bit. So yeah, just watch and learn. With the red and the blue, you can mix the purple. I do that near the end, but right now I just like to slap it on and see what happens. It usually turns out in my favor, and this is repeating itself, I'm pretty sure. And I have some dirty marks on my shirt. I have no idea what that is. I kind of liked that effect, but I just dabbed over it. Now I'm adding some white paint, which gives it the kind of dark light tone effect. You know how you see in the galaxy print how some bits are really dark and some are light? If you add white in with your other colours, it will just blend out to be a lighter version of the colours you have already put on there. So I'm adding some more white just to give it more lightness because it wasn't as light as I wanted it to be. And there we are, just blending it in. Right now it doesn't look that great. So these are the 2 new colours I used because the other one ran out, and this colour was very dry, so I mixed it with some water and it turned out to go into a really nice consistency. Make sure you don't add too much water if you're going to do that. And this is the colour it came out, which looks very bright, but once it blends in it's fine, trust me. I actually quite like this colour. I'm glad I found it. I just randomly found it, so I was like, oh, so happy. And this is me reloading, I guess. Oh, maybe this is a double clip. Okay, this is a double clip. I don't know why that's in there. This is my first time using iMovie, so sorry if I suck. But this gives you a kind of, you know, idea on how to do it, because I always get asked, how do you do it? How do you make galaxy print? So if anyone asks, I can just refer them to this video. And if you're one of those people, hello, you should be happy because I made your video. And see all that stuff that was on my nails? I still have that on my nails. So if you don't like having gross nails, you should probably wear gloves. And this is like the background, the finished background. once I had finished with all the colours, and it doesn't look that spectacular, but trust me, at the end it will all turn out in your favour. And that's me showing you my hand again. I really don't know how to use this iMovie thing, so I'm so sorry if this is really dodgy. And I only recorded this on my iPhone, so that is why the quality isn't so great. I was going to do it on my camera, but it was out of battery. But I bought a new camera, but it doesn't do video. I must start making HD videos, shouldn't I? This is just a close-up, a very bad close-up of what it looks like, and this goes on for ages. Feel free to skip through this if you would like. Okay, it's coming to the good part, the stars. So this is the equipment you will need for your stars: white paint, a sponge, a paintbrush, and just something to put your white paint on. And I'm dipping the end of my paintbrush in here and then rubbing the excess paint off, and this will make the big stars. So as you can see, just simple white dots. You could use anything really to do this, the end of a comb or I don't know what, just a twig out of the garden even, if you don't have a paintbrush. Pretty much anything. And just dot these anywhere you think would look good, just anywhere random. Doesn't matter if they look faded out, because you can just go over them. That's what I had to do because my colours kind of soaked in, because I did this when the background was still wet. I recommend you wait for the background to dry, and the white will come out much more vibrant. It looks vibrant now, but it did soak in when I left it to dry, and I'm just making smaller ones by going quicker and using less paint. And as you can see, it's starting to come together, but it's not quite there yet. And I think this is me showing you how to do starbursts now. I'm not quite sure. Oh, what? This is dotting again. Okay, if you didn't get it the first time, this is how you dot. Oh, I suck. I really suck at making videos. I'm so sorry, guys. This is going to go for ages. Skip through this. Da 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 da. I'm having sushi for lunch, even though it's 1 o'clock right now. It's past my lunch, but still, I'm having sushi if you guys would like to know that. This is me painting the starbursts now. They're very easy. I still use the end of a paintbrush, but it probably is a better idea just to use a very thin paintbrush. It had a little hair on it, that's why that's there. And what I would suggest if you're using the end of a paintbrush is do a big glob of white, which I didn't really do, but I will do it again right now, like that. And drag it out. And I like to have the little lines. I don't know why, but it looks cool to me with little lines through the middle. So that's what I'm doing right now, making little lines in the center, so it kind of has the background peeping through a tiny bit. And they're just very simple, just like a cross, but kind of make them more pointed on the end so it does look like a star. And sorry, that was my mom putting washing into my room. This is what they look like when they're finished. As you can tell, it's looking more and more like a galaxy print now, but not quite there yet. This is me painting a, I don't know what you would call this, a black hole or a nebula or something like that, but you'll see when it's done what it is, and it's really quite simple. I kind of got it out of shot because I was trying to concentrate on what I was doing. But what it is like is kind of like two C's, like together, like I don't know, you'll see, like that. See that? But into more detail. As you can see, I'm just detailing it in more kind of blending the two colours so it goes like that, like a little nebula. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm going to call it, a nebula. And see there, I'm just blending it so it looks less obviously like two C's and kind of blending the middle out. So it looks more circular, I guess. And you can do this wherever you like. You can do even more than one, but I just like the simplicity of having one there with kind of like the main focus, and so it looks more like a galaxy. And now I have no idea. Did this go on twice again? So now the nebula has been finished painted. This is white paint on like a dishwashing brush kind of thing, and this is how you make the tiny stars and make it look like a true galaxy. Is you flick it like you flick a toothbrush. You can even do this with a toothbrush if you don't want to use this, but I find that this gets it done faster and it kind of makes the dots more randomly shaped. As you can tell, it's very hard to do one-handed, so this is on twice, so if you missed that, that's white paint on a dishwashing brush like that you wash dishes with, and flicking it like you would in preschool with those toothbrush paintings that you used to do. And it's actually quite fun. This is my favourite part, and in a minute I just put the camera down and finished it off like without filming, and that's what it looked like. See all those little specks? That is the effect from using that method, which I only figured out recently, and I think it just ties it all together. And this is the finished product. It is drying on in this piece of film, but that's what it looked like. I actually quite liked it. You can't really see it because the sun is kind of washing it out, but I think it will look really nice with a pair of jeans or high-waist shorts, and it's just very different, unique. No one will have it because obviously you made it, and I just thought it turned out quite nicely. I like the effect of all the different shaped stars. And yeah, I really hope you guys try this out. It is really fun and easy, and it just gives you a nice piece. Even if you just practice